Righty-ho. Shall we, folksicles? Yeah, that's working. Hello, folks. 9 o'clock, Sunday night, UK time. That's a bit better than last show, isn't it? Yeah, why am I keep looking over at that monitor and what's going on with my Klingon eyebrows? You go for a wash. I didn't switch the bathroom light on. I just had a quick wash and freshen up before the show, and I've got Klingon eyebrows. Not Klingon, Vulcan. And let's be honest. Yeah, those ears. They're decidedly elf-like. Never really looked at my ears before. Anyway, it's Sunday night and we're back to a normal show. Normal reality. Colours getting better on the shots. Lighting's getting better. Yeah, I've managed to set the stream up and I think I've figured out how to schedule streams and tie that in. So we've worked all that out. Right, we have not opened the Google Doc. I'm going to take questions in the actual comments because I want to chat with you guys tonight. Little bit of life stuff to talk about. I am well on the road to recovery. Still, you know what I mean? Still a few aches and still got to take things a little bit lightly and not push myself. But as you can see, I'm up, I'm about, I've been doing things. Now, I need to very quickly... That eyebrow's gone back to being a Vulcan one again. What is it with my eyebrows? True Vulcan doesn't sport... No, True Vulcan doesn't sport a bowl cut. Really? You think I've got a bowline? Yeah, Kat's in the comments. Hello, darling. What you call it? And as she says, if you've got a question, start it with a load of question marks. Hey up, JT. Fouvard, Insane, Red Green. Button Polyps. Love that. Yeah, JT. Right. Okay. People are chatting. People are here. That's good. I've been a little bit distant from the channel while I've been ill and setting things up and stuff have been going on at home, of course, but we can start rolling now. I've been in the studio probably 4 days this week. Yeah, out of the 7. Only for 3-4 hours each time. Yeah, the studio is quite cold at the minute, so it takes, I'm doing little sessions, lots of writing, lots of planning. Yeah, and lots of prepping around the house. Hello, I see Thomas, I see King, I see Norman. Right, couple of things for you. First off, OJ. Second off, I may be chewing in this stream. The reason being is as part of getting myself sorted, yeah, and sorting my lungs out and all this sort of stuff. Mel's got him onto the Nicorette. Yeah, if for those of you who don't know or have it branded differently in your country, it's nicotine replacement gum. Basically, am I quitting smoking? I'm trying. Yeah, I don't like to say, with smoking, I don't like to say I'm quitting. Because when you have that odd cigarette at those moments, it sort of puts all your quitting work behind. So what I'm saying is, I'm trying to cut down drastically on the smokes. Okay, and when I say cut down, I'm currently on, well, I've had probably 1 cigarette today, yeah? And although I've had it spread over the day, you see, I'm finding that the moment I've actually had a little bit of a cigarette, that's enough of whatever it is with that cigarette for me to be happy and fulfill my need for, puffing on a cancer stick. Yeah? Because that's what they are, aren't they? So, what I've been doing is having a couple of draws on a cigarette, and then getting a pair of kitchen scissors and snipping the end off, and then just pouring it to the side. And I found roughly when I wake up in the morning, coffee and the first fag of the day is a real challenge to beat. I can't. I've tried. Yeah, so I have a little bit of a cigarette in the morning, snip it off, and then normally through the day I'm on the gums, and then in the evening after my evening meal as well. I think they're the 2 real anchored sort of cigarettes. So so I'm doing well. Yeah, so past couple of days, number of cigarettes is averaging 1 or 2 a day. Yeah, down from 20. So I think I can, I can be proud of that. Right. Norman's saying crazy weather hunt. Yeah, Dennis is getting us wet all over the world. Well, all over the country. The other little update is obviously I've quit smoking. I've turned to baking. I've started making cakes and all sorts. I'm quite enjoying it. These are my first biscuits. Right, is there any place in the UK you can get that fancy peak foam, or is it limited to certain cat flap wearing Canadians? No, what do you call it? Check Amazon. Amazon have pink foam available from a company called Pro Warm Insulation. Also, bluefoam.co.uk, Panel Systems Limited, craftfoam.co.uk. You can get it from all of those. Plus, you can get it on, what do you call it? You can get it on, what's Blue Foam did it? On the eBay. Right. Risk Thing is saying, do you think I really need a bachelor or another degree to enter the animation business? I don't really want to be the animator, but I'd rather be the one with the plans. That's the entertainment industry, mate. I think ultimately we're moving to a place where degrees in certain things aren't so important. I mean, my degree's in physiotherapy. I mean, that's what my diploma. You know, when I trained, it wasn't a degree thing. It was a diploma. Yeah, but I'm a physiotherapist, YouTube person, model maker, author. Book's going well, by the way. And so I don't think, I don't think you supposedly need the degree for the skills, because I think unless you're doing something which is highly technical, yeah, such as medicine, engineering, that sort of stuff, there's a lot of skills that you learn in the sort of more fuzzier animation, graphics sort of stuff that you can learn online. I mean, quite often when I want to teach myself something, I'll just go find a syllabus of what they're teaching me. Then I'll go looking online for the information and teach myself. So I don't think you need, it to do the job. It's the connections. I mean, Staffs University, the one down the road, I was actually thinking of working with the animation department. Yeah, working for free just to get myself in with because I mean they build the sets and they use blue foam and they do exactly what we do. Yeah, and it's wicked stuff that they've done. But I think the degree comes with the connections, the workplace, because without it, you're just a person on the internet. Now, fine, if you can do something like this, yeah, then, you know, I can go to a university and go 130 something thousand followers, and that has weight. Yeah, so if you can build something up online yourself, then perhaps you don't need the degree. But, you know, there are definitely benefits for doing the degree, I would say. Well, and now, Baker, we'll get to the great UK baking show. Hey, we've already got that. Bake Off, we call it. It's quiet. It's one of the most popular TV shows on. I'm not that good. Norman's saying he used the patch to quit smoking. I've tried the patch, but it gets, I've tried patches in the past, but they get really, focus on me for God's sake. They get really irritating, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, and so that's why I'm going with the gum. And also, it's a chewing thing. You'll notice I'm eating a lot. Yeah, that's the gum as well. That's the... Hopefully not a soggy bottom. No soggy bottoms. Yeah, I'll put them on a cooling rack, I'll have you know. I've got baking skills. So far, I've made a wicked cheesecake. I mean, really wicked. I'll tell you what though, the recipe book I've had to half all the ingredients because it comes out like this. It was massive. Me and Corb had a great time with it. Mel, I hope the biscuits taste great. They lack a bit in the looks. Love you, Cat. Look, It's going in my belly. It's not supposed to look pretty. It's supposed to taste nice, give me nice slow release energy, and be better than the junk food I've been eating, like the packet of crisps made out of like some sort of expanded corn syrup. Yeah, and chocolate bars that are full of like not chocolate. Ah. The only heroes of footballers, as the one who shaved a pimple off had to miss 2 matches. And Kat is saying the cheesecake did look pretty good. Yeah, it tasted nice as well. A family show. Hey, it's a kids show. Calm down. You lot. Actually, it's not a family show, it's an adult show. I've got to stick with it's an adult show because of this copter stuff that's going around YouTube at the minute. People are asking about bolt action. About to get into bolt action for the first time. Do you think it will play on a 5x3 dining table or 4 foot essential? 4 foot gives you a bit more range stuff. I would say if you're playing on a 3x5 and you haven't got a 6x4 to put on it yet, which is what it sounds like, you're playing on the kitchen table and you haven't got your board yet, start off your collections and miss out the long range artillery and that sort of stuff, and keep it to the close support weapons like, you know, the mortars, the machine guns, yeah, that sort of stuff, smaller artillery pieces, because that way the 4 foot really plays in when you've got like howitzers and stuff like that. Yeah, dropping it down to 3 foot is perfectly fine, but if the howitzers start to get a bit silly because of minimum ranges and stuff like that. So just drop those off, the bigger guns at the back that you'd have at the back, and you'll be perfectly fine. Also, remember, you can start with 15mm and just use centimetres instead of inches. Yeah, and that works. Yeah. Cheesecake fetish also. Really? Right. Best was in Oz. They're like wheels. Couldn't smuggle them. Mel, would you please do a video on turning cardboard buildings into more 3D? I have some fat dragon game. Actually, I am doing that. Yeah, for the book. Yeah. So I may be able to show you some photos and stuff like that. Pete saying he stopped smoking by eating polo mints all day. I know someone who did that. Do not mess up mom's table with scratches. Pete saying your terrain tutorials are absolutely brilliant. I'm really looking forward to getting back to them. We've got some really big stuff planned for this year. Yeah, I've just... With obviously, you know, the family stuff that happened before Christmas, and then, you know, my health and that sort of stuff. Yeah. It was just, it just wasn't pretty, you know what I mean? Yeah, and so I'm actually really itching to get back. Now I'm in my own home, as you can see. Yeah, the house is improving. Yeah, I have a little bit of artwork now. Yeah, I've been doing this thing as sort of a reward for more healthy living. Yeah, and not spending money on junk food. I've started making sandwiches and stuff rather than nipping around the cafe and doing things like that as well. So I'm saving a bit of money on this single life. Yeah, so I decided to give myself a reward. Yeah, this is my reward to myself. Yeah. Oh, there's a cable on that. Let me just untuck that cable. Yeah. There you go. Up there. Piece of artwork. Beautiful, isn't it? Yes, down there you can see my light, and I've just got a cheap plastic picture frame up there. I'm going to fill it full of like photos of all the lads from Adepticon and that sort of stuff. Yes, Adepticon is happening. Flights need to book the flights this week. Yeah, also, I will not be going alone. Yeah, I'll be flying across the pond with that one little retrobate, the Jace. Yeah, me and Jace are going over and we're joining Dave Taylor over there. Yeah, Dave's not coming back for Salute this year. Dave's actually coming over for UK Games Expo, fingers crossed. So, yeah, I'm going over there in about 6 weeks, it is. Yeah, so really looking forward to that. Yeah, once the builds are done, it'll be part of the show. That's great, mate. I've been eating healthy since the new year, just lost over 1 stone. Treat myself to a McDonald's when I get 2 stone loss, though. That's good. My thing is I need to put weight on. You know, rubbish for eating and rubbish for I've started regimenting my meals, so I always make sure that I have breakfast. I used to be a coffee and a fag guy, run through the door. Yeah, now it's like, no, you will sit down. Yeah, you will have a bowl of cereal. You will have a drink of orange juice. You will have a piece of fruit. And then you will go and make your butties. Yeah, and I make my butties. And then in the evening, I'm eating mainly stir fries at the minute. Yeah, either beef or beef or chicken. Just to, quick and easy meals. Do you watch WWE or AEW? I'm assuming that's American wrestling. No, I don't watch either of them. Last time I watched wrestling, the bloke who was fighting, was called Big Daddy, and he was fighting someone called Giant Haystacks. Drink plenty of beer. I'm going for the healthy lifestyle. Crusading Templar? Crusading Templar. That's pretty close to Brian, isn't it? Great news. After many years of waiting, my 7-year-old lad has shown an interest in wargaming, so getting him started with Gale Force 9 tanks. I see it good times ahead. Do you know, I started my Corbin with Gale Force 9 tanks not long ago. Yeah? Really, really, really loves it, the lad does. Yeah, it's really simple mechanics. You know what I mean? And the tanks are quick to put together and paint up. Right, we're at speed now. I want to show you something. Just been watching your vids on making shipping containers. Will come in handy for Fallout Wasteland Warfare. That's coming out soon, isn't it? Right, let me get a picture for you. I want to show you my living room. Right, we've got to adjust it. Oh, okay, yeah, we've really got to adjust it. Give me a second. That's Aslan. Okay, not that way. Let's try it that way. It's one of those, it goes in full size and I have to really adjust it down. This must look bloody silly on the video. But this, right here, there we go. I should load it into a frame, shouldn't I? And do it properly. Have it all prepared. But when have I ever been prepared? Yeah, that is my living room, folks. I know. Yeah, now let me talk you through it. The units at the back, they're just cheap, chipboard units. Okay, to be truthful, all of it's cheap. The table is the cheapest glass table I could find. Glass because we're doing wargaming work and that sort of stuff. Yeah, the units at the back, they were the loss leaders of Argos and Amazon. The tall ones were I think they were like something like with the coupon, I got them for 33. And the small units, I got them for about 22, I think. Yeah. Obviously, we've got Aslan. That was another award. We've got my duckies on the table. Where's the black velvet Elvis? I don't know. Psychedelic Mustafa. He's Aslan. Yeah, so this is the living room, okay? Now, you'll notice a green towel and probably a pair of pants hanging on the left side. Yeah, that's obviously my washing. Got a condenser dryer, so I have to air it afterwards. Yeah, oh, the woodshop teacher. Hello, mate. So, the way it's been set out is, if you imagine where my washing is, imagine if I put my cameras there, the lights there, because I've got a good 2-3 foot. Yeah, in fact, I've probably got about 4 foot behind the chairs on the left-hand side. Okay, so I can put all my lights there, I can put all my cameras there. We've got a nice table that I can put a drop on and a hard surface on that we can use to do modelling. I've got room all around the table, yeah, which means I can do side shots. The 2 standing pieces at the back, okay, they're tall enough for me to put cameras on to get over the shoulder shots as well. Okay, especially if I move the table back towards the units. if you also notice the way it's actually framed, the two tall units, yeah, will make a frame of the shot in the background. I'm putting terrain and modelling supplies on all of these because this is going to be our gaming room as well as our dining room. Yeah. So I'll have like a decent backdrop at the back of that with all hobby stuff on. Yeah, we'll have the angles, the light's good. Is that propel with lasers? I did not kill the lion. Yeah, but another thing is, obviously, it's my dining room. Yeah, we've already ate in there, me and the kids. We had a great toad in the old, but I want colour in it. Yeah, I know the units, I want the units as black, but I wanted colour. So, yeah, I've got my little coloured duckies, what you call it, my placemats. I've got my coloured glasses on there. I've got my Aslan, and I just need to find something to go on that back wall. Now, yeah, what I'm thinking is a nice picture for when we when we do the nice picture for when it's a dining room for me and the kids, yeah, and any guests that come over and that sort of stuff. And I want it to be presentable for that. It can't be a studio. Yeah, it's got to be a dining room first that I can quickly change over into an area that I can work in. Yeah. So I'm thinking a nice coloured canvas or something up on that wall, but also, yeah, get a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a canvas, but have Tanya do me a custom graphic like a terrain shooter one. So when we do the live streams, I can take down the living room one and put up like a terrain shooter canvas backdrop, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit more professional, but I'm also gearing up so I can do a lot more from home. Yeah, so I don't have to go into the studio to record content. As you can see on the photo, we've already got terrain and paints and that sort of stuff set up. I want to be able to, in the evenings, I want to be able to jump on Twitch, jump on YouTube, and just as I'm hobbying, yeah, do a little bit of streaming. So it's a dual purpose room. Yeah. Finally, I'm being asked that I need a lava lamp. I've actually got a lava lamp on the way, but that's for the kids' room. Yeah, because Corb asked for that. In fact, if you see the lamp in the background, yeah, in fact, I will show you. Yeah, let me get rid of this. There we go. Right, that lamp in the background. Here you are. It's one of these. Yeah. Now this is a £13 uplighter from Amazon, but it's got a £6 colour changing light bulb in. So, how cool is that? I can change the colours. Should we go to red? Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, green. Orange. See? Easy peasy. So, I don't have a lava lamp. Instead, I have colour changing light bulbs. Looks like a fantastic space. Great work. Yeah, a lot of thinking gone into this place, to be truthful. Obviously, I want somewhere where I don't have to sit down and go, right, okay, I've got to, right, get yourself ready, Boast. You've got to head into the studio for a couple of hours, or, I want to be able to say, right, in the evening, I fancy doing some modelling. Jump on, jump on the dining table, throw a 2 foot by 4 foot board down. It's quite interesting. Yeah, that will fit roughly, that'll cover most of it. So I'm going to paint up a green board, put a cutting mat on it. Yeah, get my streaming stuff. Good to go. I mean, you can see my lights down here. Yeah, Paul saying get salt rock crystal lamps. What, you mean like that one? Yeah, I already nailed that one, mate. Why is that something gone like that? There we go. I need a green screen for between the two towers. That way you could be anywhere. I've got a green screen down there, to be truthful. We could do that and just drape it over the canvas, couldn't we? Pin it from each side. Actually, that way I could lean back and I could have like a TV. Ooh. Yeah. Off topic, but best primer for MDF buildings. Aerosol primers work great, but also you can spray them with, you can give them a coat of shellac, that really toughens them up and hardens them. Hairspray will be enough to seal them if you're putting down watered down acrylics. Matte varnish is another good sealer, not gloss varnish, matte. Any cheap matte varnish, because it doesn't matter what the finish is like, you're using it as a primer. But going back to the green screen, I do like that idea. I do like that. Indeed. Right. Let's have a little bit more of my biscuit. Now on the lights, since we're chatting and we're just here, I thought I haven't really had time to have a proper mess with them. So, shall I have a proper mess with them? I haven't got a plug, I can plug them in. I mean, they're really bright. Ooh. Look at my bloody legs. I'm in my comfy PJ bottoms. Look at that for a light bulb. Can you use spray cans and an airbrush in your new gaff? I could probably get away with a little airbrushing, but not anything heavy. I can use spray cans outside because you can spray in the rain or heavy moisture. It's only varnishing you can't spray in heavy moisture environments. But check this out for a light. Jesus wept. I mean, that's going to make a hell of a difference once it's gone through a diffuser. I'm going to be blind with these spraying at me. That's better. That's a little bit more civilized, isn't it? So, couldn't Fred hook you up with a few of his prints for decoration? Fred's already hooked me up. With a bit of artwork. You will put weight on if you stick to no smoking. Oh yeah, I will, that's for sure. No, Fred's already hit me up with a bit of artwork, to be perfectly honest. And it wasn't a print. Whoa, my eyes. Your eyes? Couldn't... looks like a space gun from Blake's saying. It's probably what they did use as a what you call it, a space gun. I have a projection screen for my table for backgrounds. Looks great as long as you don't play. Standing on either side blocks the image when you're playing. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's cool. But yeah, Fred's hooked me up with a bit of artwork. Yeah, an original oil. So Mel is a very happy man with that. He brought it over as a Christmas present and a gift for the new house. It's only a small one. It's not one of his massive ones. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's working. Nice one, Shambles. Yeah, also I've managed to fix out the links in the description, so we'll be having the question doc back on the next live show. Like I say, I've been figuring out all the live stuff and it's all working out. Any news on getting the map for the back wall? I need to reach out to the Beasts of War guys, to be truthful, and also I think I want to reach out to them anyway because I think I want to go across there, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I want to fly across and go spend some time with those because it's been almost a year since I've been across to see Warren and that sort of stuff. So, any of you guys who are backstagers, just let Warren know. Yeah, Melski's on about coming and seeing him around about probably after Salute and that sort of stuff. So let's get Salute and Adepticon out of the way, and then I think I'll go spend a few days over in Ireland. Yeah, and spend a week working with once we've got the book stuff done. Yeah, I think I'll go over to Ireland and spend, see if they'll have me for 3-4 days and we'll do some content together. It's always a jolly when I go over and see them. So if there's any of you backstagers, I could just message Warren on Facebook, you know what I mean? Or Lloydie or Justin or any of those. Yeah. But, you know, you let them know that I'm interested in coming across. Yeah, but yeah, they've got my map. It's just one of those jobs that I need to get it over, but I know it's had a little bit of damage in transit. Yeah, as it's gone around places. Nothing major. Yeah, easy to fix. But what I don't want to do is sort of get another job for on the desk whilst I've got the book, you know, these last bits of the book to finish. So I'm very much working on this process of the only really hobby stuff that I'm doing, yeah, other than book stuff at the minute, is mine and Corbin's Kill Team stuff. Right, Kenny's asking, wanting to start a 4x4 Goblin Town from the Hobbit movie. Very nice board from Middle-earth Battle Games. Just don't know where to start. How do you plan and start big builds, and what do you recommend? I start and plan big builds with corrugated cardboard and a hot glue gun. Yeah, and what I do is I mock up, yeah, in thick corrugated cardboard ideas. Yeah, so for walls, for mountains, cliffs, all that sort of stuff. For hills, I'll often use things like balloons, carrier bags, masking tape, holding them down, and I'll tape them to a bare board. Yeah, and what I'm basically doing is I'm just visualizing. You see, I don't actually have to do that much. Put it into the Discord for Warren Mount. Nice one, Pagan. I don't actually have to visualize boards that much, to be perfectly honest, because I kind of do it naturally. You know, I can look at a bare board and I can build the board in my mind and I can see it. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it starts out very fuzzy, yeah, in my mind's eye. And then as I focus on things and as I figure out the way I want them to look, yeah, things come into detail and take shape. I mean, for when I was doing my D-Day board, it was really weird because whenever I visualised it, I could see 2/3 of it and part of the headline. But the bit where the transition from the beach up to the right-hand side headline, I hadn't figured out how I wanted to do that. And so when I saw this board, I saw this beautiful board, and then in my mind's eye, part of it was just this fuzzy grey bit where my mind couldn't figure out what it wanted that bit to look like. So I don't actually do that much visualization planning. What I will do is I will do a lot of drawing planning. And all I'm doing in that situation is I'm checking measurements. I'm checking that a 6-inch by 8-inch building will fit in that table corner and leave enough room for woods or trees or a mountain or a river. You know what I mean? What I don't want to do is get these ideas of these elements I want to build on the table and then find out when I put them on the table there's no actual room to play because they're all a little bit bigger than I thought they would be. So when it comes to planning, if I really need to work things out, you know, I do a lot in my mind, yeah. Once I can see the sort of table in my mind, then I can draw it out and just check measurements and refine things before I start a build. If I'm really iffy on measurements or it's an important build, hot glue gun, load of corrugated cardboard, you know, mock it up. In the book, will it be really clear what materials you were using with step-by-step examples for terrain beginners? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Material section is one of the most comprehensive sections, so I cover pretty much all the materials you're going to need and how to use them and what to use tools and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. The whole book is designed to take you from knowing nothing to producing my level models. Yeah, the sort of stuff that I do, okay? Or my top end stuff. And the way it works is every section, every practical section in the book starts simply and builds up, yeah, and then ends. And what it does, right, okay, best way to describe this. Each major element of a build is described in its own section, yeah, so groundwork, grass work, substructure work, trees, buildings, all that. But if it's been covered previously in a section, yeah, so groundwork and grasswork, because it's one of the first practical bits we cover, yeah, I don't need, I just refer you back to that, and I just use the later builds to show different techniques for even more groundwork. So you'll go through the groundwork section, and then as you go through the book, every other terrain bit will have a different bit of sort of groundwork colours or textures that you can go, I see what he's done there, I see what he's done there, whilst it actually focused the information on whatever that section is. So from the, from the, let's say the water section, yeah, a lot of the groundwork and stuff is quite new. You won't have seen stuff like that. I'll focus on the water, but it's still more examples of the groundwork, still more examples of rock work. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm building it up, yeah? But the whole thing is designed to build on knowledge, and the book starts on the assumption that you know nothing. Yeah? Nothing at all. And it ends with you having the knowledge to be able to produce the pieces I make. With practice. I mean, I've been doing it a long time, but what I know, the information I use to produce those pieces, and how I do it, that's in there. Or the understanding and the application, that's practice, guys. I can't give you that in a book. Yeah, I can give you the knowledge, yeah, and I can give you the fault finding, and I can give you the insights and the experience from all, you know, doing it for nigh on 40 years now. Yeah, I started young, real young, but I can't give you I can't give you the actual practice. You know what I mean? And you know that. I mean, you can watch a heavy metal video and see amazing painting, but then when it comes to putting your own brush onto a model, and I suffer for this as well, yeah. You know, it just takes practice and learning. But everything I can give you is in the book. Hey, Glenn. Right, beyond, how's the Necromunda train coming on? Haven't seen any pics recently in the Facebook group. To be truthful, with moving into the new house and getting settled, we haven't had anywhere to build it. Now, it's literally on a shelf in there. One of my jobs for this week is to get the gaming table and finish that space off. Yeah, so I see no reason why we shouldn't be, why you shouldn't have videos coming. Oh, pardon me. That's another thing with, oh, sorry, I apologise about that. Another thing with quitting smoking. Yeah, well, cutting down. I'm coughing a lot of junk off my lungs, you know what I mean? Yeah, but anyway, sorry, to go back. So once that space in there is done, I've also messaged Corbin because it's half term, yeah, in the UK at the minute. And we're a bit up and down, yeah. Our schedule's got a little bit rocked with me being unwell. Yeah, and so we're getting back into that. So I've asked him when he wants to come over and do a build day. Yeah, and our next job is to take a lot of the terrain, temporarily tack it down onto some bases. So one, we can play with it while we're building it, but also so we can actually start building up the detail. Assuming you are Pacific Ocean region, if it is, morning to you. No, Glenn's Glenn's Brit. Good morning, Mel. Morning, folks. Okay, perhaps it isn't my Glen Sanford. Perhaps there's another Glen Sanford that is somewhere different, not in the UK. Okie dokie. Right. 40 minutes in. Right, you got any more questions for me, folks? Yeah, stream's looking good. And hopefully next week we'll actually have it scheduled. Wise Monkey, have a blast, dude. Thank you, dude. No, I'm on Flinders Island, Mel. Where the hell is Flinders Island? We've got to find that now. Come on, let's go find out where Glenn is. I love hearing when people are in, like, you know, weird places. Wikipedia. Largest island in the Terrainiacs group. Square Comment, Bass Strait, North East Island. Tasmania. Australia. Bloody hell, mate. You're down south. Australia. Your bit isn't on fire, is it? Or is that just the mainland? Okay, Philip say, I'm building a house and I've got some plush fabric samples for the roof. What's the best way to paint it? I've thought of diving into fabric paint before applying it. What do you think the best approach is? I've always found the best approach is to basically come up with some watered down PVA, yeah, stick your fabric into the PVA and then use something like a nit comb or a toothbrush to shape it and fix it to the piece, or at least drape it over so as support while it dries. Once it dries, yeah, because it's soaked in PVA, it'll go solid and you can paint it exactly the same way as you paint anything else. Yeah, it'll take acrylics quite easily. It'll be hard. You can dry brush it. You can put washes on it. Don't be a bit careful with the washes. Don't go on too heavy because you can reactivate the PVA a little. Yeah, so keep washes a little bit, you know, soft. But you can even matte coat it if you do want to do heavy wash work. But I found working with fabric, I got really, when I was playing around with thatcheroos, I got really miffed with trying to get paint onto them because they're not designed to take paint. Yeah, and so I've been playing around with different ways of sort of painting them, and I just thought, seal them with watered down PVA and then just paint them as they're solid. I know my mate, Dave, I've forgotten his name. Forgot his company as well. The awesome dude who does the Tower of London gig. Anyway, I know he also stipples on filler onto his to get that sort of muddy effect. But yeah, that's my recommendation on that, mate. And I must say, it is good to see that the donations are working. I am waiting for one of you to buy some merch. Yeah, just because I want to see if if the alerts are still coming up on the screen. And in fact, I think next show I'm going to have to buy my own merch. Yeah? Right. Has the chat stalled? Because you never know with this one, do you? Oh, it seems loading pretty quickly. Seems okay. Right, well, you know what I say. If you ain't got any questions for me, well, I'm happy calling it a day. I've got some lights to set up. Right. Where's the chat? No questions? Nothing about the channel? Nothing about terrain? Really? Really? You lot not chatty? I finally get myself up back well. I mean, what's going on here? Okay. No one's chatting with me now. I'm going to eat a biscuit. I've got crumbs all over my desk. I'm going to test the chat. See if it's working or if it's stalled. Hello. See if this appears on the screen. It does. Chat's working. You lot just aren't talking to me. Right. Are you bored? Alright, what can I tell you about? Don't really want to talk about about the book stuff because I don't want to give away those secrets. Do you know what? I think I'm going to call it. Yeah, because I have got stuff to get cracked on with. You guys have had your questions and that sort of stuff. We've had a good show. And Mel's back on form, as you can tell, and feeling well. Next week, I am back in the studio. The plan is I'll probably do an update there. Now, I did an update, but I didn't look too well, to be truthful. Yeah, I looked a little bit rough on it, and I just thought, you know what, give it a week. Wait till you look a little bit better, because you're just going to make more people concerned. And I'm looking loads better now, so I'll put an update probably out on Tuesday. Yeah, because me and Corball are together here on Tuesday, so we'll be building terrain. Yeah, so I think that is the battle plan. Right, guys, I'm going to call it for tonight. We've had a reasonable show. Getting back into it. Next show, next live stream will be probably streaming from in there. I know. So we're going to have to see how that goes. In the meantime, guys, have a good week, I'll see you soon. All the best. Ta-ra.